On 27th November 2016, a combined force of the army and police raided the palace of Rwenzururu King Charles Wesley Mumbere in Kasese town. Since then, there have been more questions than answers on what exactly transpired, with the key question being the death toll from the raid. Global human rights watchdog Human Rights Watch has been investigating the palace attacks and the clashes before it. The report was released online on Wednesday morning. According to government, 87 people died in the clashes, including 14 security operatives. But according to the Human Rights Watch report, the death toll surpassed 100 people, including children and 16 police officers.
We did extensive research in the region and found that women, children, and other civilians were killed as part of that assault.
There was no child in that camp. There was no child there.
The report authors claim that until now, many families still don't know the whereabouts of their loved ones.
We spoke to 15 families who continue to look for children, very young children, in some cases 3 and 4 years old, who were last seen inside that palace that day.
Government has been urged to exhume the bodies that were buried on public land, do DNA tests to ascertain their identities. Government officials say some of the dead were Congolese nationals and residents of other districts. Recently promoted Major General Peter Elwelu, who is now commander of the UPDF Land Forces, oversaw the operation. At the time, Elwelu, who was the 2nd Division commander, claimed that the Rwenzururu Royal Guards were armed.
And the people who died in that battle were fighters. They are not civilians.
But according to the report, people in the palace had simple rudimentary weapons, and the security agencies used disproportionate force under international human rights law. The Human Rights Watchdog also condemned the manner in which the suspects were arrested, saying it was inhumane. The report authors also wonder why the civilians were charged and yet the policemen and soldiers who killed civilians were left out. The report recommends that the families of 16 security officers and the civilians who were killed should be compensated. It also recommends an independent, impartial investigation into the clashes with international expertise. The Ugandan government should immediately suspend the commander and police officers believed to be most responsible for the killings and other abuses committed during the November violence. The government should promptly investigate, prosecute, and punish those responsible in accordance with international standards. Also, the government should protect witnesses and compensate the families of victims. And that given Major General Elwelu command responsibility for the palace attack, he should be suspended pending an investigation and should not participate in any internationally supported training, conferences, or joint exercise until investigations are concluded. Government should acknowledge a more accurate death toll and facilitate the exhumation, identification, and return to family members all the bodies disposed of by police and military in any location. And the African Committee of Experts on the Rights and Welfare of the Children should also undertake a joint investigative mission to Uganda and support a broader, independent and impartial investigation. Solomon Kawesa, NTV.